Okay, so the purpose of this video is to make sure you guys understand all of the trig applications, especially the ones that you guys got wrong. So feel free to fast forward through this video so that way you understand what's happening. Okay, so the first question I'm going to do is A. So again, I want to set up a quick little triangle, right? So again, this is the wall. David is down here, right? There's a 55 degrees right here. And 20 feet is where he's standing away, and we want to know how long is the rope between David and the carabiner. So again, David, carabiner, so we're going to put a little x right here. So we're going to set up our equation. So we're going to use cosine of 55 degrees is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, multiply both sides by x, and then we're going to divide. Okay. So when I do that, check my mode real fast. We are in degree mode. Perfect. So I'm going to say 20 divided by my cosine 55, and I'm going to get 34.86 or 34.87, right? So x is equal to 34.87 feet. So that's the first one. Okay. Now for the second one, what we want to know is where Emily's at. Right, so Emily is up on this cliff, right? So she's rock climbing down here, and here is that rope. So it's going up, right, and then it's coming down. Okay, so what we want to know is how high Emily climbed, right? So we want to know this distance from here all the way to the ground, and we have to remember that, you know, he's 3 feet off the ground. So the first thing I want to do is I want to find this whole length right here. Okay, so if I build a new triangle, right, and I'm going to put in what I know so far. So again, 55, this right angle. So we're going to say that this is 34.87 now. We still know that that's 20. Okay, and David is 3 feet off the ground. So we'll pretend that that's my 3 feet. So right now what I want to do is I want to find this guy. So I'm going to call it y. And again, I can use any of the numbers. I'm going to use the 20 just because that's a nice whole number instead of the 34.87. So the 20 and the y, this will leave me with my tangent. So tan of 55 is equal to opposites of y over 20. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply 20 to both sides. And then again, if I use my calculator, so 20 times tan of 55, I'm going to get y value as, what was that? Sorry, 28.56. So 28.56. Now we have to remember that this is the whole length right here, Okay, so if we think about this, right, we're going to use our answer for the rope from the first problem. And we have leftover rope that hit the carabiner and then went down. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what my leftover rope is, right? So here's my rope information. So I know that the rope, I believe, started at 48 feet right here. I used 34.87, so I'm going to go ahead and subtract 34.87, right? So again, use my calculator, 48 minus 34.87. So that means that there's 13.13 feet left of rope. 13.13 feet left of rope. So that means this guy right here to right here is that 13.13. So in order to find how high Emily climbed up the wall, we're going to take the whole value of the wall, right? We still have to add in, I did not add in the plus 3, so we still have to say plus 3 down here. So I'll give you 31.56. So in order to figure out Emily's height, we're going to say 31.56, and I'm going to subtract my 13.13. So 31.56 minus 13.13, right? And I'm going to get 18.43. And this is the correct answer for part B. So 18.43 feet. So this answer is B, while this answer was for A. Okay, so let's try another one. Now again, most people got this one right, so if you got this one right, feel free to move on. So again, this is a little circus. So a center pole holds up this tent. So again, here is my center pole, holds up the tent. There's a cable that's running to the ground, right? So again, here is my right angle. Okay, the pole tent is 70 feet high. So I'm going to put 70 here. It's making a 60-degree angle with the ground. So again, here's the ground. We want to know how long this cable is. So I'm going to put a little X right there. So this will be your sine. So sine of 60 degrees is equal to opposite 70 over X. Multiply X to both sides. Eventually, you will get this 70 over sine of 60. So if I plug that in, sine of 60, press enter, I'll get about 80.83. So 80.83, and then feet. So again, that's my A answer. For B, right, for B, what we want to know, right, is how far from the pole should the cable be attached to the ground. So B, we want to know that guy right there. So again, what we want to do is we can use A if we want to. I'm going to use 70 since it's already there. So for B, put that information over here. This will just be an easy tangent question. So tangent of 60 is equal to opposite over adjacent. Again, multiply both sides by y, divide by tangent. So you would have this to plug into your calculator. So if I plug that into my calculator, bam, tangent of 60, we're going to get about 40.41, right? No rounding on this one. So 40.41, again, feet. All right, let's try number 91. Okay, so again, if you got any of these right, feel free to skip ahead. Right, so Nathan is standing in a meadow looking at El Capitan. So again, here is our right triangle. Okay, this time Nathan is right here. Okay, looking up to Emily. So Emily's at the very, very top. Right, so he has, so this height from here to here is 6. Right, he is right now currently looking at a 10-degree angle. So 10 degrees. He is 185 feet away. We want to know how high Emily is. So we want to know this whole value right here. So X. So for A, this is what we're going to do. We're going to use tangent again. So tan of 10 is equal to X over 185. So I'm going to have 185 times tangent of 10 equal to X. So plug this into my calculator. All right, so we will get 32.62. But we have to remember that he is 6 feet tall, so we got to add that 6 feet in. So really, we're looking at 38.62 feet. And again, this is for your answer A. For answer B, right, what's happening is in 30 minutes she's climbed a little bit more. Okay, so if we think about it, if this is with 11, if that's 11 o'clock, right? Think about it this way. Right, here is 11:30. Okay, so what we want to find is we want to find this difference right here. Okay, so how do I want to go about doing that? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I need to find the total distance that Emily did climb by 11:30. So again, I'm going to put 25 right here. 185. Again, I know that I have to add in the 6. So again, this will become tan of, put a little X right there, so tan of 25 is equal to X over 185. So we're going to plug that into my calculator. So 185 tan of 25 degrees now. So I get 86.27, right? Again, I have to add 6 to that. So bam, I get 92.26. So plus 6, we said 92.26 feet, right? 26. Yeah. And again, this is a rough estimate. Okay, so the 96 is from here all the way to the bottom. The 38 is from here all the way to the bottom. So what I want to do is I want to find the difference between these two, right? So I'm going to say 92.26, and I'm going to subtract the 38.62 feet from that. Right, so minus 38.62. 53.62, and I will get 53.6, and I'll round that to 5. So that is the correct answer, 53.65 feet for B. Okay. You didn't have to. We could have subtracted the 32 from the 86 here. We still would have gotten the same answer. Okay. Last question is C, right? So if she climbs 32 more feet in the last 10 minutes, what angle will Nathan have to look at to see her? Okay. So let's do a different color. All right. So we have to remember that we are using, so we want to make sure that we remember that Nathan is looking down here. So we want to know what angle, right? There's 185 feet. So the 92 is with Nathan's eye height. So if we remember, it's really 86.26. So I'm going to add 86.26 with the additional 32 feet that she climbed. Right. So that would be 118.26. Right. So 118.26. And here we have the tangent ratio, 118.26 all over 185. Remember, we're going to apply the inverse. So that means in your calculator, you're going to say the inverse of 118.26 all over 185. So if we do that, second tangent, so 118.26 divided by 185, press enter, and we get 32.59. Okay, or we can round it to 32.6. Either one. We've kind of been doing 2 decimals, so 32.59 would probably be the more appropriate answer. So theta is equal to 32.59 degrees, and that is for answer. Ooh, that not B. Bad. And this is for C. Okay. In the next video, I will be covering the 2 extra credit problems. Okay.